Paul Newman was born on January 26, 1925, in Shaker Heights, Ohio, into a family with both Jewish and Catholic roots. His early life was marked by a passion for performance, participating in school plays, and a deep love for acting. His journey took a dramatic turn during World War II, where he served in the U.S. Navy as a radio operator and turret gunner in the Pacific Theater. This experience instilled a sense of discipline, humility, and responsibility in him. After the war, Newman pursued higher education, studying drama at Yale University and the Actor Studio in New York, where he trained under iconic figures like Lee Strasberg. His breakthrough in film came in the 1950s, and by the late 1960s, he had become one of the most prominent and beloved actors of his generation. The rise of Paul Newman in Hollywood. Paul Newman's early career saw him take on intense, often brooding roles that showcased his natural charisma. Films like Somebody Up There Likes Me, 1956, where he portrayed boxer Rocky Graciano, revealed his magnetic screen presence. But it was his role as Brick and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, 1958, opposite Elizabeth Taylor, that truly launched him to stardom. In the 1960s and 1970s, Newman became synonymous with the anti-hero archetype, playing flawed yet compelling characters. His roles in films such as The Hustler, 1961, HUD, 1963, and Cool Hand Luke, 1967, cemented his reputation as one of the greatest actors of his generation. Newman's deep blue eyes, trademark charm, and quiet intensity made him an enduring heartthrob, while his dedication to his craft earned the respect of both critics and peers. Versatility and enduring success in later years. Even as Hollywood trends shifted, Newman's career continued to thrive. By the 1980s, he had already established himself as a living legend. His performance in The Verdict, 1982, showed his range as a dramatic actor, while The Color of Money, 1986, directed by Martin Scorsese, earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, a recognition many believed was long overdue. Despite his age, Newman continued to captivate audiences with memorable roles in films like Nobody's Fool, 1994, and Road to Perdition, 2002. His ability to adapt to changing times and diverse roles solidified his place as one of the most versatile and respected actors of his time. Newman's enduring appeal was a testament to his skill, staying power, and dedication to his craft. Beyond acting, Paul Newman as an entrepreneur and philanthropist. Outside of acting, Paul Newman lived a rich, multifaceted life. A passionate auto racing enthusiast, he competed professionally in the 1970s and 1980s, even co-owning the Newman/Haas racing team. Racing became his escape, a passion that made him feel alive outside of his acting career. But perhaps one of his most significant achievements was his philanthropic work. In 1982, Newman co-founded Newman's Own, a food company that pledged to donate all profits to charity. What began as a small salad dressing business grew into a global brand, eventually donating over $600 million to various charitable causes. He also founded the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, a summer camp for children with serious illnesses, which has touched the lives of thousands of families. Newman's commitment to giving back defined much of his legacy. The role of The Color of Money in Paul Newman's legacy. In 1986, Paul Newman reprised one of his most iconic roles in The Color of Money, directed by Martin Scorsese. This film, a sequel to The Hustler, 1961, featured Newman as the skilled pool hustler Fast Eddie Felson, now older and more world-weary. His performance was celebrated for its depth, demonstrating a profound understanding of his character's evolution. Critics and audiences alike praised Newman's portrayal, noting that he brought a complex mix of wisdom, charm, and regret to the role. His performance in The Color of Money was not just a nostalgic return to a beloved character. It was a masterclass in nuanced acting. It earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, a recognition many felt was long overdue considering his impressive body of work spanning decades. Nobody's Fool and the continuation of Paul Newman's acting brilliance. In 1994, Newman once again captivated audiences with his role in Nobody's Fool, a comedy drama where he portrayed the gruff yet endearing Donald "Sully" Sullivan. This role allowed Newman to explore a more understated, character-driven form of storytelling, relying on his quiet intensity and humor. His portrayal of Sully, a man living in a small town and grappling with his regrets, was widely regarded as one of his finest performances. Critics hailed it as one of the best performances of the year, and many saw it as one of Newman's greatest roles. His ability to convey a full spectrum of emotions, from humor to heartbreak, demonstrated his unparalleled skill as an actor, further cementing his status as one of Hollywood's finest. Newman's first marriage, the struggles and lessons. Paul Newman's first marriage was to Jackie White, whom he married in 1949. At the time, Newman was still struggling to establish himself in the world of acting. The couple faced financial difficulties, long hours of rehearsals, and the pressures of trying to make a career in theater. Despite these challenges, they welcomed 3 children during their marriage: Scott, Susan, and Stephanie. However, the marriage ended in divorce in 1958. The years that Newman spent with Jackie were formative, influencing his later approach to relationships and his dedication to family. While the marriage did not last, it had a lasting impact on his views on family, especially when it came to raising his children and later his philanthropic work. The Lasting Love Story, Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. In 1958, the same year his first marriage ended, Newman married actress Joanne Woodward. Their union would become one of Hollywood's most enduring and inspiring love stories. Their on-screen chemistry, first seen in The Long Hot Summer, 1958, translated into a deep and abiding connection off-screen. Unlike many Hollywood marriages, Newman and Woodward's relationship remained strong throughout the years, enduring the pressures of fame and the public eye. They had 3 daughters together: Nell, Lissy, and Clea. Newman often expressed his admiration for Woodward, famously remarking, "Why go out for a hamburger when you have steak at home?" Their marriage lasted 50 years until Newman's death in 2008. Their deep respect and mutual support were cornerstones of both their personal lives and their shared philanthropic efforts. Paul Newman's final days, a battle with cancer. In 2008, news broke that Paul Newman had been diagnosed with lung cancer, a diagnosis that shocked fans and colleagues alike. Newman, who had been a heavy smoker for decades, had quit the habit in 1986, but the long-term effects of smoking had caught up with him. Despite the diagnosis, Newman remained private about his illness, maintaining his characteristic humility even in the face of a life-threatening disease. His close friend and business partner, A.E. Hotchner, revealed that Newman had been battling cancer for over a year before it was publicly disclosed. Newman's diagnosis and his quiet, dignified approach to his illness resonated deeply with his fans, many of whom admired his strength in confronting the disease while continuing his philanthropic efforts. The death of Paul Newman, a peaceful goodbye. Paul Newman passed away on September 26, 2008, at the age of 83, at his home in Westport, Connecticut. His death marked the end of a remarkable life that spanned nearly 8 decades, filled with achievements in film, business, and philanthropy. His passing was described as peaceful, surrounded by family and friends. Newman's life had always been characterized by an understated grace, and even in his death, he remained true to his character. A private funeral was held, reflecting his preference for intimacy in personal matters. However, his legacy continues to live on in the millions of people he impacted, from his iconic film roles to his extensive charitable contributions. Newman's life was a blend of artistic brilliance, generosity, and integrity, a combination that made him not only one of the greatest actors of his time, but also a deeply respected humanitarian.